I'm late for this thing was only because of that makeup bag incident.
Okay.
Tighter or farther away?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, cool. That's it. Hi everyone. My name is Alexa from ID. We're still here in Germany at Meltfestival. It's been 3 days of amazing concerts and parties, and I'm joined now by the artist who's actually playing the last concert of the whole festival tonight at 1. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're gonna play the last concert, and then it's just like partying going on.
I didn't think I was the last one. Well, cool.
Have you played Melt before?
No, and I'm so excited to play it. Like, I've been wanting to play this festival for like 3 or 4 years, so I'm so excited to be here.
Why did you want to play it? Like, what was the...
So the thing was, like, it's because that, like, my boyfriend, he used to be in this band called Reptile Youth, and he played it 4 years ago, and everybody was always talking about how fucking awesome it was, and like how crazy all the, you know, industrial environment and like all these things, and just how mad people went. And so I just been like, oh, I want to get booked to that festival as well. And so when I was told by my booker, like my agent, that I was booked this year, I was like, fuck you, yes, I got it.
Did you have a chance already to walk around and see like the craziness that's going on?
Not really, not yet. Oh, I've only like driven past it, but I think either before my show or after, I'm gonna go out and check it out. Maybe party actually.
Yeah. You should a bit. They also like shoot fire in the air and stuff. It's really really good. We ask our followers on Facebook if they have any questions for you, and they send in a lot of questions came in, and I'm gonna ask you some now, if that's fine for you. Cool. So Ricardo wants to know, what was your craziest moment with a fan?
My craziest moment with a fan. I mean, I don't know if it's the craziest, like, but a nice moment like that I always think about when people ask me this is that once actually I played. It was in Germany. I played in Hamburg, and then a girl came up to me, and she'd done like all these like super like pro made like cupcakes, you know, like totally, you know, perfect, like you would buy them in a fancy shop, like all these cupcakes. And then she wrote this letter that one of my songs called Waste of Time had like helped her come through a heartbreak, so she wanted to cook me some cupcakes, and I thought that was so sweet, so sweet.
Were the cupcakes nice as well? Did you try the cupcakes? Were they nice?
Yeah, we went out partying, and when we came home and were hungover, we ate the whole thing. So yeah, so that worked out.
Amazing. Lucas wants to know, what do you miss most from your old life?
My old life? I miss hanging out with my girlfriends all the time, and like and also that whole thing, like just partying and being young and free. I know it sounds like a cliche, but that whole feeling of like, oh, I wonder what's gonna come, and like you would just sit together, like we would hang out like 4 or 5 or 6, 7 of us, like every night, like, and like just all the time, and they would be your mirror, like in so many ways, like all the time you could just get everything out of your system and like talk about everything and get to know yourself much better. And so I miss those days. Yeah.
What artist, dead or alive, would you love to collaborate with? Asks Emily.
I mean, there's so many, but my number one idol of all time, and like the one that I think I've been looking up to the most, like is Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. So probably her.
Maybe if she sees that. You've been touring quite a lot. So Lisa wants to know if you have a favorite festival food.
No, it's not like there's one specific thing like that's my favorite festival food. Just festival food in general is pretty delicious because it's like just, I don't know, just nice and gross and delicious. I don't know. Yeah.
Fatty stuff. Yeah.
You allowed because you're on a festival, so it's like.
True that. Patricia wants to know if you ever sing your own songs underneath the shower.
Only if it's because I'm worried that, like, only if it's because I have a show and I'm worried that my voice is too raspy, so I have to like practice getting up there. Yeah.
But which songs do you sing if you don't have to practice, or you're not a shower singer?
I am actually a shower singer, but I wouldn't sing my own songs unless it was like a professional matter. But what songs else? Whitney Houston. I used to always sing the "And so you know the way it feels." That was my shower song.
Really loud as well, or was it?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Louisa wants to know what the best thing is about living in LA.
Well, actually, I mean, I'm not like permanently living in LA, but I am there a lot, and it's really nice. I really like it. But to be honest, I've always been like, I like to be in one place for a while and then go to another. Like, I get restless if I'm in the same place. So I like being part-time in LA and then part-time somewhere else.
But is the other time, is it traveling, or do you go back home, or?
I go a lot to Denmark as well, and then I think it's like, okay, if you could, it's like it's like LA, Denmark, and traveling just in general. So that's how it is.
Mia wants to know, where do you get your fashion inspiration from?
I mean, again, you go through life, and like always, like the things in life that has made the biggest impact on you, that's where you get your inspiration, and still does. But then it's also mixed with all the new inspiration that you find here and there. So it's a combination of all the new flattering, whoa, wow, this is cool, but then also all just my like personal taste throughout the years that I've lived.
Do you have someone like whose style you really like? Is it someone?
Again, Kim Gordon is one of the main, like Kim Gordon, Santigol, Chloe Sevigny. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. So what would you say is your biggest strength and your biggest weakness? Asked Thomas.
Strength, I think, is that I'm persistent. And weakness is that I'm super fucking confused all the time. So yeah.
Then there's a website. It's called Squat. And they ask a question. So they said, as you probably noticed, we send a birthday present to you. Can you guess what it might be?
Wait, birthday present? Already? Wow. And this, okay. Okay.
When is your birthday?
It's like on the 13th of August.
Okay.
So it is pretty soon. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my God, Moose Squad, I love you. Thanks. But okay, a wild guess, I would think maybe it could be something to do with the Moomins from Finland, because I'm obsessed with them, like so obsessed. So maybe that's what it is.
Can you? What are they? Like, what is that? The movement.
It's like this cartoon. It's a cartoon.
Oh,
yeah. The little. Actually, I have a tattoo with it. This thing.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be that something to do with that.
You're gonna find out in like a month.
So I hope I get it. That would be
awesome. Did you ever, or have you ever forgot the lyrics or anything else on stage? Asked Jim Maya.
Yes, and it's the worst thing in the world. Like when that happens, it's so horrible. It's just like ah.
What do you do? Like
seriously, it happened. I played a festival in the Faroe Islands just the other day, and like there was this one song where I just forgot a whole fucking line, and I was just I couldn't do anything else because I was like, it's gone. I don't know. I couldn't come up with. It was horrible. It's the worst, actually.
But no,
I get the sweats just thinking about it. It's horrible.
But probably no one really noticed, did they?
I don't know. It was a full line that was like, but normally it's just like 1 or 2 words. But that was pretty bad the other day.
Okay. What do you have a favorite place to perform? A festival and also a smaller venue, maybe.
So like. Whether I like festival or venue the most.
And if you have a favorite one.
Yeah. To be honest, like it's a boring answer, but I don't really have a favorite because it's like playing venues. You can make it very intimate and like you can create a different kind of space. But at a festival, there's such a good festival vibes. Like people are free and like so that's amazing too. And it's not that I favor one place over the other like that. So actually no.
Okay, that's awesome. So also, Moyu France. There's also a site Moyu France and Laura. Yeah. Okay, okay, good. She asked if you will eventually bring back some old songs into your future set lists.
Yeah, I will. I mean, right at the moment, like, because again, like, my first album came out 4 years ago, and then I've been doing collaborations and releasing songs. So right now it's a mix of a lot of things, but I definitely think I'll bring back some of the stuff that I haven't played for a long time at some point, because it's fun to experiment. So yeah.
Okay. Then Julia asked if we can expect some trumpets on your upcoming album.
Yeah. Because like I'm super into organic sounds and like horns, like everything that's like made with the sound of someone blowing into it is pretty awesome. So yeah.
Nice. I have a question as well, because you probably don't remember that, but I interviewed you 4 years ago at Sonar. No.
Oh, at Sonar.
At Sonar.
I call it Sonar.
I think you call it Sonar or Sonar, and
Madrid, right?
no, in Barcelona for Indie magazine, like ages ago.
No, I actually remember that festival because that was also one of the festivals that I really wanted to play. I was like super excited to do that. So nice. Okay, good to meet you again.
No, I actually read through our old interview when before doing this here, and so 3 years ago you said that your biggest fear is to look back at your life and be like, what the fuck did I do, and like what happened all the time. So now, 4 years on, or 3 years on, you became a megastar, and I was really wondering if you would like what you think about that thing now, because we talked about exactly those things, and you reached kind of everything you wished for back then. So
no, it's true. Yeah, I guess my fear. I mean, of course, always like when you think about getting older, you always like you're scared that you at some point regret something, But it is true. I maybe don't feel that. I mean, I don't know if I feel that fear as much right now, but I'm sure it could come back to me again, that fear at some point. Like if you, I guess like, always like also when you achieve some of your goals, you always want, you set the goals higher, and you're thinking, oh, how can I be better at this? And oh my God, I should be doing, So yeah, I just feel like I'm constantly like moving, in a good way, but also like you constantly just set the bar and make it harder for yourself as well, but in a good way, because it's good to challenge yourself
and to grow.
Exactly.
And also, I was also wondering, because you started with More. Do you pronounce it right?
More, yeah.
And then you did your first album, and now you're here. So I was wondering if you, how that transitioning was from you, from doing punk music to what you're doing now.
Actually, like the transition happened quite naturally in a way, because when we were doing More, I was already doing this side project, but it was totally different. It was me like rapping, and like it was kind of more like an art project actually. We were both in art school, and so I was doing Mø actually more like again as an kind of like an art project. I just wanted to be provocating and rapping, and like a totally different thing, like and then suddenly when I started doing something that was more personal, more just taking away all the and just being a little bit more myself, and I started to get busy with that, then we kind of we had to stop the band, like, because it got too busy, and again, like, I used to be so much into punk and to that whole, like, what we say, like activism punk environment, so but before that, I was super into pop. So always when people ask me about this weird clash, I'm like, yeah, but both things are something that have been huge for me in my life. Like pop music, which was such a big deal for me when I was a kid. But as a teenager, the punk and alternative and that whole thing was my everything. And so in a way, like meeting after like becoming 20 and just realizing that I love both, and then trying to make music that in a way embodies both, like, was natural to me, even though it maybe seems like a weird clash, if you know.
No, it makes sense to just develop in different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and the last question is from Marcus. I think a lot of people are asking that. So, when can we see your album?
Yes. Okay. And so my answer to that is going to be, so like I've been working on a lot of songs. Everybody know that for a long time, and I'm going to release something this year. But nowadays, like, there's different ways of like putting, like, it's it's not necessarily an album. It's not, like, there's many ways you can do it on, but there's gonna be more music out this year than just singles. So
Nice. And that last question, what can we expect from your live show tonight? Closing concert.
ooh, yeah, I mean, always like I hope I'm gonna just set myself free and just go crazy. Like that's always like what I hope for before a show. But you never know. Like for me, it's so important that when you stand on the stage, that's when you know. In a way, you like. So I mean, normally I'm very energetic and I'm out in the crowd and like, and so I think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be really fucking fun.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you. Bye.